put that there. Hi, family. I wanted to come up here with the family, do a little bit of spiritual messages, right? I said, let me come up here with the family. I probably can't see all the way up there, right? Let me let the family know I'm live as well because I started this live, but I was kind of like, let's see, let me get in here. I was kind of like, hi, family. So tonight, family, I figured I'll do a couple of spiritual messages, right? I had a lot of people that got to me. A lot of family had gotten to me, and they had basically said that. And I'm sorry, family, that I'm all up and close and personal up in this camera today. But a lot of them all got to me, and they basically was saying that they really loved when I did the spiritual messages, and I'm up here giving guidance, right? Spiritual things that you all need to know, things that you all need to do to prosper. And you all want to understand why when you get these messages, right? So I figure I'll come up here tonight. It's kind of late. I'm not going to be up here long, right? Because I got a busy day tomorrow too. But I'm not going to be up here long. I figure I'll come up here. So anybody, if they want a spiritual message, I'm only doing it today. I'm still going to do it and by donation, of course, family, because I have family that asks for messages over and over. We already know how this go, and I done said the same thing. So show me, family, that you all are serious, right, about this. Although you all do your part, but I'm only doing it by donation. I'm not doing a full reading on anybody, right? If you want that, you have to send me your email me, right? But I will pull some cards, but I will intuitively tap in and tell you things that you need to do for your soul, okay? For your soul. So when you cash at me or PayPal me, however you want to do it, send your birthday. You don't have to send your whole birth date, but you can send the month and the day. Send me your month and your day, and I can tap in and we can see what the ancestors need you all to start doing, right? So that's how I'm doing it tonight, family. Let me see. Is this off? Let me turn this off because I don't need this to be on. That's how my battery is dying all the time. I can't see too much up there. Let me go on here. I got to get on my gadget over here, family, because this is the problem here, right? Seeing all the way back there. When y'all start writing, sometimes when y'all write a word or two, yeah, I can see that. But when y'all start writing all these sentences, forget it, family. All right, let me see what's going on in here. I got to get in there, right? Okay, hold on. And of course, I give the messages in the order that payment is received. That's how I always do it. And if anybody is looking for me for a victimized case, because I know that I still have those that I'm still getting back to, send me talk about this. Send me an email, okay? Why I can't get in there? Hold on, family, because I can't see nothing that you all are putting up there because I have to first find me in here in this live. Because it used to come right on up. Why is it saying that? All right, there I am. All right, what's this? All right, let's see what you all are saying. Whoops. Okay. All right, I'm back in there. All right, let's see. All right. I can't really. Let me see. I'm so used to looking this way. So I probably gonna have to put my phone up on this thing because I'm so used to that. Now I can't get the chat back. Okay, now I'm in here. I'm in here now, family. All right. I'm back in here, I should say. Mister, I don't see a PayPal option. I have it in there. It should be in the description. Okay, let's see. Who is this? All right. Alexandria. Um, I just told you all, family, send me. I'm only doing it by because I'm tapping in. I'm tapping in. So you have to send me your month and your day. Your month and your day that you were born. You don't have to send me your whole birth date, but you need to send me your month and your day so we can spiritually tap in, right? Um, so those of you all, I will refund back who sent me without the information, or you just want a general uh message. So I'm refunding right now back. Yes, I just so some of you all are getting refunds back. That's the only reason why, because I don't have your month and your day. That's the only reason why. Not that I don't want to give it to you, because I don't have that. And I'm doing it a spiritual thing tonight, family, because I need, yeah, refunded. Okay. All right. That was two of you all. I just refunded back. Okay, let's see. Um, and if some of you all was just sending it for a blessing, let me know when I refund it, once I refund it back, because I know some of you all do that. And this is the third person I refunded back. Okay. Yeah, I refund. I have no problem refunding people money back, family. You all know that, right? Sometimes, and I'm just speaking, right, from experience. Sometimes I work on people case, and when they don't hear from me for a while, I think they get discouraged. Like, are you a scam? I think one family said that, honey, I will refund you your money right back real fast. You understand? Ain't no scamming going on here. You understand? So yeah. Um, okay, let's see. Okay. Um, all right. Alexandria, that came right back real fast. All right. Where are you, Alexandria? Okay, I gotta get back into the thing because I went out. All right, I'm gonna pull for you, Alexandria, and I will give you your message. And I want you to talk about it, right? Um, whatever it is that want to say. But where are you, Alexandria? Say it in here. Oh, that's you. Okay. All right. This I'm gonna give you a message. And family, these are messages of the divine and messages that we need to know and we need to talk about. All right, family. If anything comes out that's just too heavy, it's okay. I understand. But the thing is of doing spiritual messages is pertaining to you, right? It's about you, about your soul, and the things that you need to do to prosper. You understand? So we have to be doing these things, right? So I want you all to know that. I don't hold no judgment. We don't hold no judgment. Family, the family don't hold no judgment. We are judgment free because our goal is to uplift each other up out of the sins that we are in, right? That's a spiritual thing. Spiritually is things that we doing in our life or things that we have done that we shouldn't be doing, right? So I want you all to know that. All right, I'm gonna pull for you. I think that was Ali Ali H. Ali H. All right, Ali H. I'm gonna put some messages for you. See what the ancestors want you to know, and I'm gonna tell you some things. Right. Some things that come out might be a little heavy. All right, family, but we working on self, right? We working on self. That's why you all asking for spiritual messages, right? But Ali, I have a question for you, right? You know, do you pray? Do you pray? Do you go into meditation? I want your undivided attention, Ali. Do you pray? Do you go into meditation? Speak in the chat because that's the problem that I'm having. Yeah, you pray. Continue to stay in prayer. All right. It's a reason why, right? Ancestors want you to stay in prayer because do you know anything about sex offenders? This is important. It's important for many of reasons because a lot of times when things happen to us in our lives, even when we try to block things out or deny it, that same demon come back to resurface and we do things to other people in return. That's why we do it. You understand? So I want you to know that, right? Because spirit sees and know everything that we do, even in the darkest moments, right? Even things that we try to hide from people. Ancestors know that. So I want you to know that when you don't talk about things, when you keep trauma and things that you have done inside and don't repent for things, it kills you internally, family. This is how cancer is spread. See, they don't tell you that. They don't tell you that, right? They don't tell you that. When we don't repent of our sins, we get cancers, right? Because earth is cancer. We get it from the sins that we lay in. And that's what's going to happen. That is what's going to happen. So it's things that you must do. And if you don't, you'll know why when things come about. You understand? So I'm going to leave that there, right? I'm going to leave that there. And see what else the ancestors throw out for you. And you can say whatever you want in the chat, Ali. But family, tonight, please use your story as a testimony for healing and a testimony to help others heal. And let others know that if others is on that path, they're not the only ones. You understand? You got to know that, family. We got to be doing this because that's the demon. The cancer is the demon. It's a lot of things that's going on that we've been misled and deceived about. And this is what the ancestors has been getting on me about, right? There's a lot of things that we've been deceived about. And one is how to stop cancer. That's one of them. How to stop cancer, right? From the things that we do. Some other things that goes on back there too. This message is for you, Ali. You stay in prayer and meditation, right? This message is for you. And if you need to talk to me further, I'll get that message. You all have my emails available, right? If you need further information, you all know I do full reads, and this is spiritual. I'm not telling you all about, you all want to know about the money, the money, the money, the money, the money. This is real for your soul. All right, let's see what's going on here. 2 messages flew out. Ancestors is letting me know something happened there, right? That's the path at that house. All right, Ali, we're going to leave that there, right? We're not going to discuss nothing that you don't want to discuss in here in this chat. And if you do, put it in there because I'm all eyes. All right, Ali. Another thing is if whatever's going on with your employment, I'm gonna say this. Ancestors say when one door closes, another one opens. Okay. So if you are looking for a new job, anything like that, if you just got laid off from a job, don't worry. Positive doors is going to open up for you. All right, Ali. Whatever's going on there work-wise, right? Don't worry, things is going to turn around, things is going to shift around for you. Okay. So I want you to know that. So that is your message, Ali. Right? That's your message. That is your message. Okay? And you can say whatever you want. Feel free to say whatever you want. You is a little confused by the message so far, but I will definitely let me see what this is. Um, you're a little confused by the message so far, but you will definitely continue. Don't worry, you'll get revelation into it, right? You'll get revelation into that, Ali. That's okay if you're confused about it. You will get revelation into that, right? Ancestors let me know that you'll get revelation into that, right? Um, you'll get revelation. Um, I asked you, um, I gave you two messages. First of all, I told you about the employment, and I also told you about what the ancestors had sent out. Okay, it's going both ways, Ali. All right, it's going both ways. So basically, things that is done to you, sometimes you will portray that on others, right? So stay in prayer and meditation, okay, for guidance, for guidance, for things that has happened to you and for things that you don't want to project out on other people. Stay in prayer and meditation. Don't worry, go back and listen to the message and you'll understand it, right? You'll understand it. Because the ancestors already told me that you'll understand it. If you don't understand it now, you'll understand it later. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on in here, and plus your job. Mm-hmm. Your job too. All right. Let's see. I can't even see in here. Let's see what you're saying. Um, you definitely don't resonate with sex offender, and I should be more um like I shouldn't just narrow it down like that. I'm gonna say this. Sometimes when sexual content is going on, misappropriate sexual content with children, right? When children go on, sometimes that is done to other children. So basically, I got to look at that area of a child, right? Doing some things, a teenager, right? Doing some things. So basically, something happened in there, right? Something happened in there. And sometimes when things happen when you are a child, you tend to do things to children. You understand? You understand? Um, so it doesn't mean you have to be a registered sex offender, right? So I want to make that clear. That doesn't mean that you have to be a registered sex offender, right? It just means that inappropriate things. You understand? But I don't think anything like that happened to me, and I would never do that to a child. Make sure you stay in prayer and meditation so you won't. You don't think anything like that happened to you when you was a child, you said, right? Okay. And make sure it don't happen, right? As far as you doing it to somebody, I'm gonna just leave that there, right? No, I don't. If I did, I don't remember it. That's okay. That's fine. If that doesn't resonate with you, you leave it right there. You understand? You take what resonate with you. That's it. All right? That's all. Just stay in prayer and meditation. That is it. Okay? That is it. All right, let me go ahead and go to the next one. That's all. All right. I'm up here. All right. All right. I refunded back. Family, check your cash app because I refunded some of you all back. All right. Um all right, some of you up here. Let me see what's going on. Hold on. Because I can't really see too much back there when you all start talking like that. Some are you in here? Let's see. Let's see if I can hear. If some of the messages you gave, can it be from our past life if it doesn't resonate with us? No, it's definitely what's going on now, right? The past, yeah, the past, like in the past, but no, not, mm-mm, no. But sometimes these are a lot of things like parents. You understand? Contributed from our parents. So just know that. Ali, and watch your children. Watch your children and talk to your children. You a parent, you would never think about doing something like that. Watch your children. Sometimes these things, and what I noticed, sometimes these things happen when we were a child, right? Happen when we were, you know, certain ages or a child or whatever. Hmm. You even got to watch your child because those are two-way swords coming through there. Not just with us, because sometimes when we keep things and we don't speak about it, it happens to our own children, right? So just to let you know that, Ali, you should be talking to your children and make sure you're keeping tabs and ask them questions. You understand? Because I want you all to know something. When the ancestors throw some things out, not it's pertaining to you, right? And sometimes it be our very own children. You understand? It be our very own children because the connection is so close. So know that. Know that. Hmm. Because we get messages within messages, and we be sitting right there like it didn't happen. No, that didn't happen to me. I wouldn't. But you know that it happened to your child. See, ancestors have a funny way of bringing things through. You understand? You would know that it happened to your child, but won't acknowledge that. You'll just be like, "No, it never happened to me. I'm good. Mm-mm, no, no, that doesn't resonate with me." But it happened to your child. So the ancestors always say, look to your children because what didn't happen to you, you better look to your children. You understand? So know that. All right. Um, that scares me though. Like I'm already so guarded with my children, I don't even know how to make them safer than they are. But I will pray. Yes, just know to just talk to your children about things like that. Right? That's the only thing you can do. Talk to your children, put it out in the open, let them know that they can come to you and talk to you about anything, right? That's how you do it. Okay, let's see. Who else I'm going to? I think I called somebody. Where am I at? Oh, Summer. Summer. Okay, let me get back in here. Um, I read what you said, Ali. Send me an email. Mm, all right. Summer, where's Summer? Oh, I'm on another device. So I see you. Oop. All right. We're gonna bypass Summer because Summer's not speaking. All right. Let's go back. Let's go out. Okay. That's you. You here? You Summer? Hi, Summer. All right. Let me give you a message, Summer. But also first of all, I'm gonna tell all the family going forward to stay in prayer and meditation. All right, just keep yourself in prayer and meditation. Period. Right. Um. So we must be doing that. We must be doing that. Um. Stay in prayer and meditation. Right, everybody. All right. This message is for you, Summer. Um. See what the ancestors throw out and what the ancestors pull out. All right. Make sure that you repairing some things along your in your family. Okay. So that's important. So I'm gonna make sure that you are doing that. But another thing that the ancestors has brought out is knowing all about trauma, right? Trauma in your family, right? Emotional trauma and being unstable. Sometimes these people that have trauma, so sometimes those that have trauma, they like, they have anxiety or they have a lot of fears, right? They're afraid of the dark, right? It's things that they go through in their life, right? um a, a lot of that stem from and I want you to understand, right? I want everybody to understand, but I want you to understand, um Robin, that when you know about, like, and this is just different um experience, right? Like trauma, over exaggerating, different things like this. But it's just to let you know that when you have trauma going on in your life, you tend to make irrational decisions, or you tend to not be stable, or you tend to sometimes you're afraid to go outdoors because of something, right? So these things can take place. But the ancestors want that to be your message for a reason. That's because you shouldn't operate out of whatever happened back there, right? So any kind of traumatizing situation, any kind of fears, don't operate out of that in a fearful state, right? So this is why the ancestors has thrown that message out for you. One thing I'm gonna say is sometimes we get this trauma, and you can talk about it, right? If you know, and if you don't, you don't have to. But sometimes we get this trauma, family. I want you to know when when we are like products of an affair, right? or our parent, they cheating, so infidelities or anything like that. That's how we bring trauma in our life. So basically, it's like our parents create that. They created that, and we don't know why we have these different things going on with us because we was a product of our parents cheated. You understand? Um, this goes on, right? But the ancestors said along your family line, right? A lot of them is lacking that spiritual path. You understand? They lacking that spiritual path. So make sure those who's not on a spiritual path, make sure you take the initiative and you be the one to make sure that you stay on a spiritual path, right? Teach your kids, you embrace it. We got to be doing this. You understand? If you want to increase prosperity in your life and have longevity in your life, practice some things, right? Practice some things, right? So I want you all to know that. I don't know who this is, but they got to stop because I think they know I'm on live. All right. Yes, that's me. Yeah. I gotta do something about this because I can't have. Let me put this on this because so this is what the ancestors want you to do. All right, Robert, and that's okay if that's you, right? Because things happen. We either operate in the dark side or the light side. Okay, so just know that. Just know that. All right, and that's for anybody, right? But make sure you stay on that path to you know so you can have stability in your life and so forth, right? In your family life, if you have children, in your children life, and you teach your children all about trauma and what trauma could do to you, okay? All about different things and what that can do to your family, how it can impact your family because we have trauma in so many areas, right? Family, we experience trauma from a lot of things. Hmm. So just know that. Hmm. All right. And I think I'm lagging back here. Let me go out and come back in because that's my problem. All right. Let's see. Wait, first of all, let me just go out and come back in because I can't do nothing unless I do that because I'm so far behind, like from behind from you all. I hear myself coming through like later. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me get back in here. All right. Let's see. Who is next? I'm in here, family. Wait a minute. Let's go back up because I think I missed some people up there. Family, if let me know if because some of you all I'm sending a refund back for y'all to put your put your birthday in there. All right? All right. All right. I just refunded somebody back their money. Okay. Brandy. 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 All right. Brandy. Let me see. Okay. Is this a case? Is it did you just give me a case? I just want to make sure. Is that a case? Oh, I'm like, I'm like, is that a case? What is this? Okay. All right. Um, all right. All right, let's get a message for him. I can't get back in there now. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Shante, thanks for letting me know because I have to look over there. I'm sorry because I haven't even looked over there. I will look over there too. All right, let's see what's going on with your son, right? Oh, I'll get that message in a minute. Yes, yes. Talking about that spiritual energy that's coming through. Ancestors saying yes, because you know why? You got to teach him now. You got to teach him some things now. This is the thing, right? This is the spiritual thing. You know what? You know what this is? See, you got to start some things now with him. The reason why, see, this is why we need to be knowing certain things, right? We got to start it young. We got to start it young with the children. We got to do it in the home. We're supposed to know some things. And with your son, you have to start him now, right? Knowing all about the cycles of sins, right? And what I mean by that, you see this stealing, right? You definitely got to talk to him about it, but you teach him all the rules, of course, right? But this is going to be one, okay? Um, you're going to have to embed, know how it is to operate out of integrity, right? Um, don't take nothing that doesn't belong to you, right? Don't put toxins in your body, right? Definitely. So the ancestors throwing out the thank you because this is getting him on the right path now. Some things that you're going to have a issue with, right? Or some things you're going to start seeing, right? So nip it in the bud now. But you talk to them, and that's why we need to know certain things so we can start it young. We know what to look out for. We know, what route our kids must take, right? The things that they must do, the changes they must make. So this is what the ancestors are saying. Definitely speak to him about taking things that don't belong to him, right? Even if somebody take something that belongs to him, know how to react to certain situations, right? Because sometimes you touch somebody's things, some people will kill you, right, for touching their things. So please make sure that you talk to him about this, right? That's important. That's the message for him, right? He's struggling in school. What is he struggling with in school? He just started talking. Make sure make sure he keeps to himself. He's struggling in school. He's gonna be okay. Just continue to guide him. He's gonna be okay, right? Just make sure, that you teach him to keep his hands to himself, whatever the situation is, right? He's gonna be okay. Just make sure you guide him. You continue to guide him, right? You continue to work with him. Okay. I noticed one thing, and I'm gonna say this. I had to plug charge this up. I noticed one thing. Your son, right? He's gonna have to make he's gonna have to you're gonna have to push some things in him, right? As far as valuing himself. Okay. I'm gonna say that. So work on love and self-esteem and things like this. Work on that, right? Miss said, I don't want a refund. I love Miss T. Thank you, Miss. I love you too. I may have already sent you the refund back. I don't know. Right? I'll see. I don't know. Um, what are you saying, Pack Light? He's just like he should everything. His dad's side of the family always was stealing. Yeah. And that's something that's going to be passed down to him, unfortunately. Right. And that's what we got to understand, family. We inherit both sides of it's not just our mother, right? It's our mother and our father. We inherit their ways, right? Um, that's something that he's going to pick up from there, right? Touching things, taking things that don't belong to him. You got to start now. Yeah. 8 on the kindergarten level. Yeah. And he may not know he's autistic. Yeah. He may not know. So he's touching things, taking things, right? So you just work with him on that. Put love all on him. You understand? Continue to guide him. Continue to teach him about the do's and the don'ts. He gonna be okay. You know why? Because when you have a good mother who loves you and they embed certain things in you, the kids thrive. So he's gonna be okay. And I know that's what you're gonna do. I know that's what you're gonna do. So he's gonna be okay. That's why when the ancestors let me know he's gonna be okay, he's gonna be okay. See, that's the thing. We gotta look at the spiritual mother where they come from. So he's gonna be okay. hmm He's gonna be okay. They saying he's autistic. Well, it did come out. It did come out along his soul. So, but that's okay, right? I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna say this to you, Pack Light, and I want you to listen. A lot of times we pass, autism to our kids. I'm gonna say this. A lot of times our children have autism because it's some things that happen to us, right? And sometimes those things involve, someone touching us, right? And we don't speak about it. We don't tell. And then later we start to have children and our children get punished, right? Because we are the generation we created. I done told you that, family. I done told you that. So sometimes things happen to us and we keep it. We're like, I'm taking that to my grave, right? I'm never going to talk about that. I'm never. Mhm. That's what happens. Things like that happen and then it hit our child. You understand? That's why a lot of parents have sorrow and regrets for some things. Mhm. Yeah, but that's that's really what's going on. Anybody up here tonight could be a testimony to that, what I just said. Mhm. Because that's where a lot of that autism comes from that. When we don't talk about what somebody did to us and we keep it a secret. So ancestors say the creator mute our child. So we cause inflictions to our children. I done said that plenty of times, family, that we cause the infliction. See, they tell you honor your mother and father so your days could be longer, but your mother and father through the womb creates the first sin that we get. hmm Mom and dad create that. So know that, family. Know that. Yeah, it's real. Yeah. I just told my auntie when I got older that her stepdaughter did something to me. Thank you. And I thank you for being a testimony to that because that's what happened. Do you know, family, when we got a certain amount of time, especially, right, to talk about some things, and it's not saying that we won't be forgiven, right? But when something happened, we have a certain, we are given grace, right? But grace says, and this is why they hide things from us. Grace say, we'll give you 2 years to speak about this, to talk about this. And if you don't, just and you may not know, right? That you want a 2 year grace or 1 year grace. That's why when something happened, we're supposed to bring it to the light right away. We're supposed to bring it to light. And we're supposed to teach our children that too. That's how generational curses stop. That's how these repetitive cycles stop. And when you in denial, when you deny things, they act like, oh, I don't know. I don't remember that. I can't recall it. I don't remember. That's why a lot of these people is getting Alzheimer's. Because ancestors always said, you want to act like you in denial and you don't know. You want to deny me? I'm gonna make sure you won't forget everything. Yeah, you won't forget everything. Oh yeah, family. It gets deep. It gets deep. So look back at your own life. Some of you all up here. That's not even coming up here. Look back at your own life and reflect on what I'm saying right now tonight, and look in your own family and look at yourself, because some of you all up here is in the same predicament that I'm speaking about right now. And then look at your children. Hmm. Oh yeah. Or your parents did it and look at you. You understand? Yeah, I know all about that. Hmm. Yeah. Teach your children to bring stuff to the light. You got to expose it. Stop keeping things quiet. That's why mental illness is running rampant, because we don't speak about things. Hmm. Yeah. So you all can. Hmm. Yeah. I told the ancestors told me you better do X, Y, Z, and guess what? I'm on it. I'm not playing because I've seen a lot of things play out, family. I know better. I've seen it. I cried to my children. I tell my children I love them. I don't want anything to happen to my children or my grandchildren, family. You understand? I want them to know what happened to me. I don't want ever to happen to my children, my grandchildren. That's why we don't keep secrets from them. We bring things to the light so they know what to look for, so they learn from our mistakes. That's how you break generational curses, family. That's how you break it. You understand? So to always put our children first. Always. All right, let's see who's in here. Um, I don't know. This is Denise. I'm sending you refund because you all already know I done said it. Um, if you all didn't put your what's the name in here because I said I'm doing spiritual messages, then I'm refunding you back. If you want the spiritual message, then you can put your information in there. Hmm. And if it's just a blessing, just put just a blessing, and then I know, right? Because I don't know who just sent a blessing and who forgot to put their birthday in there. I don't know. You understand? So, Jasmine, you in here? Okay, let me go back to, if I can get back to the live. It booted me out. Jasmine, family, it boots me out. Hold on, I gotta get back in. Okay, now I'm back in. Okay, Jazz is here. All right, Jazz. Let me just see what pack light, because I know I was talking. I probably missed a whole lot of stuff. Okay. And I'm happy that you did that pack light. I'm happy that you talked about it. Right. I know I'm missing a lot of comments in your family. I hate that now that I can't go back in there and look at my comments, because I used to go back in there later and read my comments. Right. And now I'm unable to do that. All right, let's see what message is for you, Jazz. See what message is for you. See what the ancestors bring through. Oh, all right. I'll get that in a minute. This message is for you, Jazz. Yeah. You know what, Jazz? You know where that come from, Jazz? A lot of trauma, right? And I gotta look at childhood trauma, things like this, right? One thing I'm gonna say is the way your message comes out is trauma, but you get it from mom and dad, right? Trauma. So trauma happened to mom, trauma happened to your dad, whether they talked about it or not. This is why it's important for us to talk about things, right, with our children. So when our children experience some things, they know how to cope with things. They know how to deal with it, and they can be able to make, you know, informative decisions going forward, right? So basically, the ancestors is basically saying that first of all, the ancestors got a hold on you, all right? Because out of all that trauma, you gonna make it. You got this, okay? You got this, right? Don't give up. Have strength, right? Because a lot of that trauma that happened to them, it falls on you. So reflect back on your own parents and see their life. You either going to be the one that keep the trauma going, or you going to be the one that stop it, right? So you say it ends with me, and it don't continue with my children, right? So that's what you have to do. You have to be the one that's going to stop that trauma that's going on in there that came from both of your parents. So if both of your parents, whatever happened to them, or both of them was on drugs, because you're going to pick up, you fall in an area where you're going to either do what you've seen or what happened to them, or you're not going to. You understand? So that's what's going on in there, right? That's what's going on in there. So use discernment going forward and teach your children, right? We got to talk about these things, right, family? Teach your children what happened to what happened to me, what happened to grandma, what happened to grandpa, and I don't want it to happen to you. So when you put things out there, then your children know. hmm Um, I have spoke to both my kids about both my kids as young as they are. Very good. You have spoke to both of your parents. True. Oops. True. And let me tell you something. And that's why we should be talking to our children and not keeping secrets from them. See, we got some family right now that's still keeping secrets from their children. Why? Why? See, I was able to make a lot of informed decisions, not only what I seen my mother go through, right? But because just listening to her life lessons, I was able to say, "Oh no, I ain't dealing with that. My mother already told me what happened to her in that situation. I ain't going down." Uh-uh. So I learned from her experiences. You understand? That's why we're supposed to talk to our children. hmm I tell my children everything. This is the kind of relationship you should have. You're supposed to have that with your children, so your children know right then and there. Oh no, no, thank you. I'm not interested. I'm interested. Right. Another thing is right. Jazz ancestors threw out like death, a lot of death. So I gotta look at trauma with your parents, death going on. So you're seeing cycles of this. Okay. So these things going on. This is traumatizing, right? So just know that. Just know that. They were both on drugs. My dad died from AIDS, and my mom got clean when me and my oldest brother were having our first kids. hmm that's a lot of trauma, right? hmm Yeah, that's why the ancestors said you're gonna be the one that either continue the trauma that you've seen from your parents, right, or you're gonna be the one to break it. hmm Yeah. hmm Ancestors got you, baby, right? Break those curses. hmm Got that right. Yes. Another of that. It was very traumatizing. Yes. Yes. hmm Yeah. And that's why it's important, family. We need to talk about these things, right? Don't keep it. We talk about this, right? Even being uplifting to other people, because that help people heal from your mistakes, right? Or they know that I'm not the only one that have done that, right? Back then, you know what the ancestors said? Back then, they used to have it, right? Everything that people did, they brought it to the light, right? It wasn't to shame the people, and that's what people got to understand. It was to give you strength, right? And then they shine that light on you, right? So the demon can't thrive. You understand? Because when you got the light shined on you with all the dark things that you're doing, you tend to not do it because you know all eyes on you. Everybody looking at you. Everybody is looking at you. You understand? hmm But when you keep things a secret, hmm, that's when it grows. All right, let me see who's next. I'll definitely be the one to break it. Thank you so much. You are very welcome. You are very welcome, Jazz. You got this. I know you're gonna be the one. That's why the ancestors said you gotta have great strength going forward, and you are, right? The lioness. Mm-hmm. Got this, right? Got this. Yeah. It's a lot of things that we need to be working on, right? Family. I'm gonna just leave it at that. It's a lot of things. Um, and if anybody want to go deep and need to go deep, right? You all already know that I do full spiritual readings with the things that you actually need to be doing to clear these generational curses. Yeah. Because it's more than one area. I'm just talking about one area, but it's more, right? All right. Mm. I know family said I have to go over there to the other what's the name and see what family's talking about. Mary, are you here? I gotta I gotta keep um going back and forth, family, because I don't have like how when you operate off of two gadgets. Um oh, that's you. Mark. I don't know. I think this is Marquise. I don't know. I'm botching it up, family, but I think this is it. This is Mary. Okay, Mary. I'm just gonna say Mary because I know I'm botching that up. Mar. All right, Mary. All right, let's pull for you. The ancestors want you to know. And family, whatever spiritual messages come out, make sure that you all are working on it, right? It's for a reason. It's for a reason. Okay. Oh, I'll get that in a minute. Oh, yeah. All right. For one, I'm going to say this, Mary. All right, because the ancestors did throw out some things that say that you know, make sure that definitely keep yourself prayed up, right? All around you, right? Because a lot of things came out in here. Um and I got to look at things that you had to experience, right? Things that you had to see, things you had to go through. And emotionally, I got to look at the damage that it done, right? Or the things that stayed with you that emotionally bothered you, right? Or probably took you down a dark path at some point in your life that you didn't want to go down, but you tested something and you went down that path because of stability reasons, right? So being unstable. One thing is relationships, right? Sexual things, right? Even if this is but it's like the ancestors like you overcame a lot of these things, right? So it lets me know that you worked on self, you working on self, you working on healing, right? So a lot of that have to do with, you know, any kind of sexual trauma in there, right? Any kind of trauma within relationships, any kind of trauma within emotional abuse. Make sure that in your home you work on that, right? So you talk to your kids about this, you know your grandkids, if you got grandkids, you make sure you don't keep a cycle going, basically. Don't keep a cycle going. Ancestors said if you do that, in the end you're going to be rewarded, right? So make sure whatever happened to you in your childhood that was traumatizing to you, you talk about that. You talk about it with your family, with your children, with your grandchildren, so they know how to deal with certain things, right? That's the thing. Hmm. Hmm. So make sure, yeah, family. That's the thing. We got to be talking about these things. Yeah. Um, I was molested, in and out of relationships, on drugs. Hmm. Lost a lot of close family, parents, husband. I'm finally getting back to myself these last 3 years, and you got it, baby. You got it. You see what the ancestors threw out? Hmm. That's all. That's all that. That's what you're getting at the end because you've been through some things. I know. Hmm. But guess what? The Most High got you. See, that's the thing, family. Right? Acknowledge some things. We gotta be doing this. We gotta be doing this. Right? Um, and acknowledge the things that happen to us. Acknowledge our wrongs. Help our children because we do these things the greater good for our children, for our grandchildren. I tell you, family, we probably can't save the other people, but we can save our children, our grandchildren. I don't said that. Save yourself and your children and grandchildren, honey. Because ancestors said when you keep things bottled up, it eats you up like a cancer. That's what you get. You get cancer. And certain parts of your body and different things happen to your children because of you, right? I done spoke about that. I done spoke about that, family. Hmm. And ancestors know. That's why I said, family, I'll be the one, right? I don't want my children to be sacrificed. I want to make the sacrifices for my children. You understand? That's the thing. A lot of our children, we wondering why our children, things happen to our children. Family, it gets so deep, right? It gets so deep. Our children pay the price for a lot of things that we do. And sometimes when we don't talk about certain things that we do, like these spiritual deaths, like these spiritual deaths. And when I say spiritual deaths, um, these abortions, we got to be talking about it. We got to stop that. We got to stop it, family, right? Because we be thinking that things is good and come back and get our children when we don't talk about these things, right? And we be wondering what happened to our kid. What happened? That's why, because we killed somebody, right? Hmm. And now these things is like karma. You got to understand this, family, right? I'm not going to get up here and tell no lie. I done seen some things, and some things that I seen things in my very own family when the ancestors told me, and I try to tell some people, they don't listen. And guess what? Yeah, I'm just a messenger, though. I'm just a messenger, family. But please, we got to be making changes. We got to be doing things. We got to be a testimony to these things. You understand? Yeah, I don't care. Ancestors said, don't be shameful. Don't be shameful about things that you have done. It gives you strength. You understand? So don't ever let nobody make you feel shameful of something that you have been through, because you know what? The same person who's judging you, don't let me tell you about people that have judgment on people, because you're not the judger. I'm not the judger. You understand? That's why ancestors said always go into things judgment free, non judgmental. And I do. You understand? I don't judge anybody for anything that they in, because your sin is no better than my sin, and my sin is no better than yours. A sin is a sin, right? No matter how big or small. Mhm. So we taught these things. So teach it to your children, right? Don't ever let nobody make them feel ashamed of what they've been through, right? Yeah. So just know that, family, because it's happening. It's happening, and I'm seeing it happening a lot, right? Some things we must do. Okay, I'm sorry, family, I had to go there, but I had to go there. Um, thank you so very, thank you so very inspiring. I'm going to continue moving upwards. That's right. That's right. That's right, Mary. You got this. You have this. Okay, you have this. You got this. So just know that. Some things we got to be doing in our life, family. It's the things that we don't do is what we need to be worried about, right? Things that we don't do afterwards, right? Yeah, repent for the things that we did, confess to these things, right? Be a testimony to some things, right? So when people come across your path and they share their stories, don't act like you don't know nothing about what they're talking about, because you know you've been in that same predicament. Because we tend to do that, like I don't know what you're talking. Like I never experienced that before. Like but when you help others, when you talk about it, you help others heal too. Not only do you heal when you talk about these secrets, right? And there's traumas and things like that, the deception in us, we heal from that. Hmm. Oh yeah. Um, I'm refunding you back, right? I'm refunding anybody who didn't put their what's the name in there. Um, let's see. Where I'm Um, Tasha, Tasha, you up here? Tasha. This is Tasha. Let me see. Yeah, Tasha. Because I know I be botching names up, family. So I'm gonna make sure. Yeah. Tasha, are you in here? Okay. Oh, that's you? Okay. I'm sorry. All right. I apologize. All right, let's give you a message. All right, this message is for you, Tasha. Ooh, child, ancestors is just speaking to me with you, Tasha. I don't know. You are definitely the future. All right, Tasha, you are definitely. Ooh, child, that connection is crazy. That is crazy. That's coming through. Ancestors trying to get ancestors from the higher realms is trying to connect to you. Let me know if you lost somebody recently, or was you close, really close to somebody who recently passed or something. They don't even have to recently pass, but woo, child, that energy is crazy that's coming through here for you, Tasha. You are the one that's supposed to break generational curses. I'm gonna say that. They are waiting for you to be the future for them, to break cycles, unstable cycles in your family, right? I want you to know that, Tasha. That energy is crazy coming through here. Hmm. Ancestors like, make sure she get the message. Stay in prayer. Stay in prayer. Stay in prayer. Stay in prayer. You gotta be the one that breaks cycles. You know what cycles been? Cycles been stealing in your family, taking things into the body that shouldn't be in the body. So all kind of addictions, drugs, whatever, right? Um, if you indulging in whatever kind of toxic things or any kind of uh overeating, right? This is ancestors like, you gotta break this. You are the future. Like, they rooting on you to break some things in here, right? So that's definitely, that crow came out. That's a warning. You're getting a warning. You're getting a warning right now. You know, it's always a warning before destruction, right? Mm-hmm. They rooting. That's to the ancestors. Like, you got to make these changes. We rooting on you, right, to make this change. You understand? It's coming out as a warning. And that connection was crazy with the ancestors. You know, make sure that you create stability going forward in your life. If you got children in your children's life, if you got grandchildren in your grandchildren's life, you got to make sure you're doing that. Okay. You got to make sure you're staying in prayer and meditation. Staying in prayer and meditation is going to give you longevity within your life. Mhm. Because family, some of us don't even realize that. Some of us is on borrowed time. You understand? Which means we done did so much in our life, right? And now we in prayer about these things that we have done. And we are giving grace for these things. Mhm. So please stay in prayer. Stay in prayer, right? Stay in prayer. Know how prayer can heal people. Know how prayer can change situations around. Know how prayer can do that. Okay. Know how prayer, being in prayer and meditation, could elevate and uplift not only just the individual, but all situations. So the circumstances of things. Know that, right? That's your message. That's your message. Ancestors like threw that out like before the message even came out. It was just crazy energy, Tasha, right? So Do some workings with your ancestors and let them know, right? Mm-hmm. Recognize them. Yeah. Because they surely keeping you protected. Okay. They're giving you warnings already, letting you know. So be mindful of what you're taking in the body. Be mindful of all kind of things. Be mindful of that. Hmm. Yeah. Um, Tasha said, I feel that. Wow. Yeah. Before you lay your head to bed tonight, make sure you pray. Make sure you pray. Put a spiritual protection around you on whatever situation or circumstance that's going on with you or your family. Make sure you do that. Because you're the one that's supposed to, you are the one that's supposed to stop some things, right? You're the one that's supposed to make sure certain things don't continue. Hmm. Yeah. Ancestors like you the chosen one. You was the one chosen to do this, right? They rooting on you to do this. Yeah, that connection was crazy. I know what that connection was. Mm. All right, let's see what's going on in here, family. Because I said I was gonna stay up here that long, but I'm still gonna finish you all off. I done gave a lot of refunds back. Anyway. Tasha, I gave you a refund instead of putting a like on it. All right. All right, let's see. Um this is I'm gonna botch it up. Um Kurt Kershila? Kershila? I don't know, family. You all know I botches it up. I don't mean to. Kershila? I believe that's Kershila. Uh-oh. My Joe said he should be sleeping. We got doctor's appointment tomorrow. All right. Right. That's right. Let me look back. Carshila. Kershila. Kershila. Right. All right, let's give you a message, Carshila, and I gotta get over. And then I'm gonna check you because somebody told me that they sent me PayPal. I'm sorry, and I just been up here. I know you had said that. Let's give you a message. This message is. The answers I want you to know. I just heard somebody like a mumbling, like somebody want to talk, say something, but they can't get it out, afraid to get it out, right? I'm gonna say this with you. There's that stutter, and that's exactly what I heard. Like somebody trying to talk about something, but they're afraid to get it out, right? They're afraid to get it out. I'm gonna say this to you, Carisha. Know how important it is um to work on self, right? Know how important it is to work on self and to speak about things. Don't feel like you gotta you know, mute yourself because of somebody else or to please somebody else or whatever the situation is. But ancestors really saying strength with you. Okay. So hang in there. Don't give up and always work on self. Self is self love, self esteem. because when you don't work on self, right, then self gives up. Self gives up. And then self is either going to make sacrifice or they're going to be the sacrifice. You understand? So then when we don't have that strength, we do things to us, right? We do things to self. So stay in prayer, stay in prayer, stay in meditation. Don't ever give up, no matter what the situation is. And don't ever make somebody feel like you can't talk about you or express you, or you got to hide things, right? That you know that you feel deep inside, whatever it may be, right? Make sure that you are doing that. Okay. Speak about things. That's your message. Speak about things. hmm Speak about things. Um, because for some reason it seems like somebody is trying to mute you. Like they don't want you. They don't want you to talk about certain things. I don't know what this energy is or who this is. I'm gonna tell you something. Definitely some things is going on in there. You have children? You have no problem talking. Do you have children? I'm gonna say this. Do you have children? No children? Did your parents ever make you feel like you was that you talk too much, that don't be going telling my business, that you it's something more with you going on in there. I know you said you don't have no problem talking about things, but even things that you try to, you know, forget about. Sometimes we just got to go down to memory lane and talk about some things, right? You're not sure what it could be? Hmm. Just work on self. Just work on self and overcoming any obstacles. Work on self and overcoming any obstacles. Just work on self. Work on all areas of self. I'm just going to say that all areas. Yeah, just work on all areas, right? Not necessarily, that's not a bad thing. Just work on self, all areas, right? Yeah. Okay, let me go and look and see what family was saying in there, because now I got to go into another thing, and I apologize, family. Um, um, okay, this must be you. Let me see. Laura? All right, I'm refunding you your. Okay, I'm seeing what you wrote in here. Okay. Laura, are you up here? Let me get back into the live, like so I can see the comments. Can't see the comments. Can't see the comments. You're not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it could be. Just work on all areas of self, right? I said Laura, right? I think that's what I said. Laura. Hold on, I'll make sure. Because family, I be botching up your names and then calling you all the wrong name. Lord. Yeah, Laura. Mm-hmm. Laura. You are very welcome. If you don't get to everyone tonight, can you keep what's sent and do a reading through email. Yes, Shante. Laura? I don't know. I don't see Laura. Um, some of you all, some of you all, let's see. Tara? I don't know, because I sent a lot of refunds back that I don't know. Laura, I'm about to send you a refund back too. I gotta like I'm in my email part of that PayPal, but I'm not in the actual PayPal, but I'm gonna send it back because I don't see you up here. All right, Tara. Tara. All right. Tara said that's me. Okay. Let's see what the ancestors want you to know. All right. All right, Tara. This is your. I'm getting ready to pull for you. All right. This is your message, Tara. This is your message. And you know what, Tara, you gotta push forward. You gotta push forward for your children, for your child. You gotta push forward. Okay, push forward, right? Don't give up. Don't give up. It's the ancestors the same. Don't give up. Work on your child. The ancestors brought that right through. That's your kid in there, right? That's your kid in there. Don't give up, right? Don't give up. Push forward. Whatever you do, going forward, make sure you make the sacrifices for your children, right? Make sure you make the sacrifices, make the necessary sacrifices. And that's what the ancestors want you to do. It's gonna pay off. Trust me. Talk to your child too, as your child, because you we supposed to teach our children things from from the beginning, right? But always teach your child how it is to not to give up, right? Everything is not going to be easy, but don't ever give up, right? It may be some obstacles, but don't ever give up. That is like your message. Like ancestors want you to make sacrifices for your child and teach your child how to make sacrifices as well. Don't ever give up, right? So it's all about you, basically. You, the things that you need to do, right? Mm-hmm. Having encouragement, having love, loving yourself, not giving up, and teach it to your children. That's for sure, right? Again, it's some things that goes on back there, right? One thing I'm gonna say is I don't know. It could be some things between you and men, right? Because something happened in there, right? Something between you and your father, because something happened in there. But don't ever give up, right? And make sure that you keep an eye on your own child, your children. Okay, so that's your message, T Rose. That is your message. Yeah. Let's see. Let me go back in there. Let me hit that. Uh, Miss T, I wish you could do a quick reading for me. I'm doing what's the name right now? Yes, ma'am, T Rose set. You got this, T Rose. You are very welcome. All right. Talk about things. Make sure you talk about things with your children. Don't keep things a secret. Especially, you know what the ancestors put out? Don't keep nothing a secret, especially some things behind your children's father. They got to know about that. Don't keep it a secret. Do not. You're gonna pay for that, right? And you're gonna pay at the price of your child, your children. You understand? So make sure you talk about that. This is very real. So if it's some things that you got to confess to your child, make sure you tell it. Make sure you tell it. Make sure you let them know truth about their father. I'm just gonna leave that there. Truth. My sister kept things a secret, and I just found out about it as an adult. Yeah, don't keep things. Don't keep secrets. I have to talk with my nieces and my son. Yeah. hmm Some things going on. You got this. hmm I did rewatch. That's why I'm scared. I'm not sure that's what she was saying or not. I hope not. I don't remember her saying anything about you having cancer, Ali. No, I didn't say please send email if you further read. No, I didn't say that. Not to you. Um, I'm looking for. Let's see. I think I was looking for Laura. I think I was looking for Laura. Um, Ma- Maisha, Myasia. I apologize. I overlooked you. Myasia. That's a pretty name if I'm pronouncing it right. I think it's Myasia. That's that's a beautiful name, Myasia. I think that's it. How it goes. But you all know me, family. I'm always botching something up. All right, let me get back in. Mhm. Okay, there we go. Myasia, you in here? Are we still here? Yes, that's you, Myasia. I'm on you now. Are you still in here? She asking, are we still in here? Are you still in here? Because I'm just seeing this now. I don't know how long ago you put that in there. Um, Myasia? All right. If anybody not responding, I'm gonna I don't know if it's my end or what. Let me go out and come back in. Because sometimes it be my end. So I'm not gonna just jump there. Sometimes it be me. Okay, yes, it keep dropping. It's me. Okay, let me give you a message. Um, okay, let's see what the answers want you to know. This message is for you. There's a few things the ancestors want you to know about. Asia. There's a few things. For one, there we go. I'll get it. Hmm. For one, the ancestors want you to know all about keeping secrets. All right. Mm, that's it right there. There's the self harm. There's the self harm. You know, you do more harm to yourself than good when you keep secrets. And that's one thing the ancestors want you to know, Aisha, right? How important it is to use good judgment in situations, make informed decisions, right? Don't operate out of lust, don't operate out of greed. These are all things that the ancestors brought out. Keeping emotional secrets, keeping secrets from your children, operating and being divine. It's a lot ancestors throwing out, right? It's a lot ancestors throw out. It's some things you got to do, Aisha. You got to talk about things, emotional trauma. Talk about it, right? Things that you are going through, deceptive things that you have done. You need to get that out, right? You need to talk about it because if you don't, you're going to do more damage to yourself than you think. Things that brought trauma to you, talk about it. Get that out. That's the only way you're going to heal from some things that happen in there. I know some emotional things happen in there. Talk about it. Um, the violations, the violations. Don't keep that a secret. That got to come out. I'm gonna leave that right there because it's like the ancestors is pulling me in different ways. So I know that it's more trauma there, right? That's why I'm getting the self harm. You know, when we don't heal from things, we take it out on us, right? We harm ourselves internally, right? We bring afflictions to ourselves. We do bodily harm to ourselves, right? Then we got to look at our mental stability, all because of secrets that we kept. Once we get them secrets out, we start healing. Don't let them secrets consume you. Get it out and talk about it. I don't care who it is. I don't care who is that in there. A cousin or somebody, because that's what it feel like. Something going on in there. Talk about these things. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna just leave that there. Just just talk about emotional healing. I'm gonna leave it that there, right? Things. hmm Yeah, leave that there. hmm Um, so leave that there. That message is for you, Maisha. I don't see you saying anything, but if your thing dropped, go back in and you listen to your message, right? Okay, let me see because I'm missing somebody. I know I had called Lauren. I think Lauren or Laura. Let me go back and look. I think it was Laura. But I also said, Laura, if you didn't respond, that's okay. I will send you a refund, right? As soon as I get into my what's the name? Because I think that's Laura. I think that's Laura. Yeah, Laura. Laura, you here? One more time to Laura. All right. All right. Let's see. Who is this? All right. Let me finish up with this one and then I'm calling it a wrap. Shante. Shante, are you in here? You do not want to harm yourself, but but I do need to speak up on my feelings. That is harm. That's harm. That's self-harm. When you don't speak up about how you feel, that's harmful damage that you're doing. Emotional damage. That's harmful. We must speak up for ourselves. We must. That's how people take advantage of us. Hmm. So please know that. Hmm. And there's nothing wrong with speaking up for yourself. And we need to teach it to our children, right? Before, back then, they used to tell the kids, like, kids should be seen and not heard. That's the worst thing you can ever say about a child. I want my children to be heard because if somebody's doing something to my kid is supposed to speak about it, speak up for themselves, and speak to me about it. See, that's the problem. We got to learn what secrets to keep and what secrets not to keep. You understand? Our children are supposed to be heard. That's how people come and the demon run rampant in your house. They come in, they do all kind of things to your children because we teach your children. Children supposed to be seen and not heard, so their voice never get heard. Okay, let me give you a message, Shante. Um, give me a message. This message is for you, Shante. Whew. Shante, make sure that you how's your relationship? How's your how's your relationship with your mother? Is your mother sick? Are you sick? Let me know if your mother got kidney issues or something. Because I just keep getting something in the back area. It's like, oh my goodness. I don't know if this is you or your mother because the ancestors was already telling me something, Shante, about your mother. Right? Let me know. Because what I'm picking up is karma. That's what I'm picking up. Like, whatever, if that's your mother, that's going to happen to you. Like, if y'all not repairing something, or you feel like you want to give your mother karma for something, or whatever, right? Just be mindful of some things because it's like whatever trauma that your mother may have caused you or contributed to in your life, um, sometimes sometimes we gotta let some things go because sometimes they don't know no better, right? Or sometimes we have to forgive them for some things for ourselves. Because what I'm feeling like is karma, right? It's karma coming. So if you don't change something in there, the same thing that happened to your mother is coming to you. You understand? Work on, I don't know work on your relationship with you and your mother. Okay? Work on your relationship with you and your mother. You know what I'm talking about. Ancestors said, she already know. You already know. I'm not going to go no further than that. All right? I'm not going to go no further. You know what I'm talking about. Bond, the bond, the karma, the boomerang. I ain't gonna say no more, right? Some things going on in there. She just passed from that in October, from kidney thing. Yeah. And the same thing. Let me tell you something. You have children? Put it in there. You have children? Because if you have children, you better work on a very good relationship with your children and make sure that your children don't harbor any resentment towards you for anything or whatever you have done, because the same thing I'm seeing happen to mom happening to you. You understand? You work on some things. I'm gonna just say that you work on some things, right? I'm sorry to hear this about your mother. I'm sending you my condolences regarding your mother. All right. You got to do area in that house that says that my house between me and my children. You understand? You got to work in that house, right? That house just say, right? I gotta work on relationship with me and my children. I gotta have a good relationship. I have to have a healthy relationship. I gotta know that things can happen because we're not perfect, and I gotta be able to forgive and understand some things, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm gonna just say that, because if not, right, that same infliction that hit your mother, you're gonna have to look out for. But we can stop these inflictions, right? Stop them. Yeah. No, you don't have no children? How was your relationship with your mother? Tell me and be honest. Be honest. How was your relationship with your mother? Did you have a good relationship with your mother? Did you know, I ain't gonna say sassy, but I ain't gonna say, did you sassy your mother? But I mean, did you sometimes hold resentment towards your mother for some things? For not being a good mother or not doing something, as a mother? Let me know these things, because that's what I'm seeing. Ancestors said healing is needed. Healing is needed. Because if not, you need some healing. You need some healing from some things. Not just your mother passing, but some things that happen in the home, right? And that's okay. But make sure you talk about these things. Talk about it, because that's how you get healing, when you talk about those things. If you don't, because you in a place where you're going to see repetitive cycles of cancer, whatever happened to your mom, in that cycle. You don't have any kids. All right. But how's your relationship? How was your relationship with your mom? Was your relationship good with your mom? Right? Um, Honestly, I'm just seeing repetitive cycles of what happening to mom happening to you. Stay in prayer about some things, right? Ask for forgiveness for some things. Just know about repetitive cycles, right? Yeah. Yeah. Horrible though. Horrible through the years, but I got better. I did. Good. Sometimes that's that peace and healing between you and your mother, right? Let let that stuff go, right? Stay in prayer for peace and to heal that in there because it's trauma there. Yeah. Um, you're very welcome, family. I see that. Right? You're very welcome. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. Um, you got this, Shante. Stay in prayer, right? Yeah. All right. Um, let me see. Let me read some of these messages, family, before I get out of here. Gratitude, Miss T, for your energy, for the family. You are very welcome. Um, you are very welcome, Maisha. You are very welcome. Yes, family. So I wanted to come up here, give some messages, right, family? But I know sometimes these things is not easy, and I know sometimes you all say, Miss T, yes, I do offer it privately, right? But family, we need to stop being. I do this live too because we need to be a living testimony. So I want to say thank you for all the family that come up here and do it open and honestly. Thank you all because you all are living testimonies to people like me and others who need healing from the same situation that you are in. We supposed to be talking about these things, family. That's the only way we're gonna win. Spiritual warfare. These demons out here consuming us, right? Because we keeping things secrets. Because we living in trauma. Because we living in fear. Because we committing sins. You understand what's going on? And nobody don't want to talk about it. Nobody want to talk about that. Yes, family, we don't want to talk about. See, this is the thing. We don't want to always talk about the bad because we want to see the good. But see, the ancestor says when you talk about the bad and you heal from that trauma, or you talk about that traumatizing situation, that's how you get to the good, right? That's how the blessings fall on you when you be a testimony, when you utilize your pain as a living testimony, right? Or whatever you have done to somebody else, if you talk about that, right? Or you go on prayer about it and speak about how you did this, but you changed your life. Even if you don't want to speak publicly about it, you don't have to take it to your ancestors' altar. Take it to your altar. You understand? Take it to your altar. We should be talking about this. See, nobody want to talk about that. They just want to talk about the money, the money, the money. Where am I going to get the money? Right? That's the truth. That's the truth. But we're not talking about how to fix our soul. And that's the thing. We need to be working on our soul. Everything else is going to fall into place, right? All the prosperity. Once you work on your soul, that's one thing the answer said. Once you work on your soul, family, all the prosperity and the blessings. So the financial abundance, the careers, right? The love, the marriage, whatever it is you're looking for, right? Because everybody's looking for something different. That's all going to fall in place once you do some things first, right? We got to get into perfect alignment before we can do some things, before we can usher things in. That's why some of us are still in stagnation because we're not doing anything to work on the soul. But we want to bring another soul forward or have another soul join us, but we ain't even fixing our own soul. You understand? We got work to do. We have work to do, family. Yeah. Um, that's right. Break those inflictions in your bloodline. Those are serious. These things running rampant. And you'll see everyone, family, from you not talking about the sin somebody put you in or the sin you committed, you're going to see things run rampant in your family. I sat back, family, I sit back and I watch some things and I'm like, mm-hmm, yeah, it's real. It's very real. It's very real, family. It's very real. Yeah. Um, so we know where to start to stop these cycles. Love you much. Love you too on my journey. That's right, Case Win. Through the darkness to the light. Yes. You're very welcome, young girl three. So you're very welcome, Shante. Yes, send me email. Hmm. And anybody else who want a spiritual reading, feel free to send me an email. Right? Um, but it's some things that we should be doing, family. This is very real. My spiritual family could be a living testimony up here. Some of you all who think that this is fake. This is very real, family. You understand? We know the deal. We know what's going on. And we stopping the demon right in his tracks. You better be mindful of who you let come in your house. Be mindful of who you let come around your children. Be mindful who you leave your children with. You understand? The demon is running rampant. Yeah, they come in all forms to get in your house. As a cousin, as an uncle, as a brother, as a boyfriend, right? Get in your house and do the unthinkable. You better watch this. Mm-hmm. You understand? Gotta watch this. It's a lot of things going on. Ancestors had family, even with these victimized cases. I got so much revelation in these victimized cases. It's disturbing what's going on. There's some things going on, family. We gotta hmm, leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. Yes. Mary Kay said, yes, breaking necks. Yes. Breaking their neck, breaking the demon neck, right? Hmm. For sure. My breaking curses and necks mess with my family. Yes. And say gratitude, Miss T. All who participate, I think we can all relate on many levels. Many things resonate with me, even just listening. Much love and blessings. Sending you love and blessings too, Ann. Right? Yeah, some work we need to do. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. Right, family? We gotta get it done. We gotta do some things. We gotta change things. We gotta break curses. We gotta be doing some things. Right? Hmm. That's what they don't tell you. They took that. They reworded things, family, in the doctrine that we need to know about, all about breaking generational curses. They reworded it and they took some things out as well. Hmm. Because cancer come from sin, right? And depending on which sin that you're in, that's where you get it at. And then if somebody else do something to you, you may get the lighter end, but because you kept things a secret, you still going to get some kind of punishment. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, family. Hmm. But know that. Don't be in denial, family. Get inflictions. Later, you be wondering why you're suffering from some things, and that's why. Hmm. Yeah, you do something to somebody, you should take ownership for it. You should take responsibility. Take responsibility for it. You hear me? Because if you don't take responsibility for it, what you have wronged them is going to be done to you. Oh yeah. Hmm. So just know that. Hmm. So I'm gonna get off of here, family. I love you all. Make sure you all stay in prayer and meditation. If you all need to reach me, you all know where to reach me. And I changed the title, family, for for some of you all need to know that was the title. Um, and that's so crazy, Case, when that you put it, because I was changing the title and I was going to put it up there so the family could know that I had changed it from the first name that I had given it to from dark from darkness to light. But now I can't utilize it. That's so crazy. That's so crazy you would say that. I'm like, that's what I was gonna. That's what I was going to title it, because basically the segment that I'm coming out, family, I'm bringing a new segment out, right? And it was supposed to be from dark to light, because that's why we need to bring things out and showing the family why, right? Man, you said it. I was like, oh my goodness, that's what I was changing it to, right? Because I didn't want it to seem so heavy with our days are numbered, because our days really are numbered, right? That's why we need to be repenting for the sins, right? And stop acting like we don't know about the sins that we've done, right? Or see the sins, because sometimes it happened to our children, and we know, and we act like we didn't know, and we paid consequences for that. You understand? We pay consequences. One thing I'm gonna say, and you all could say, you all could chime in if you all want, but even if you don't, I don't care. I know, because the ancestors already told me. So you all could put it in there, or you all could have something to think about before when you lay your heads to bed. One thing the ancestors said is, why people hair fall out. You know why you see some women their hair fall out, right? They go bald, their hair fall out. That's because a lot of that come from them knowing that some sexual things happen to their children, and they don't talk about it. So if I go to my mother and tell my mother something and she stay quiet about it and she ignore it and don't talk about it, yeah, that's why a lot of them, that's why they damn hair's falling out. When the ancestors told me that, I almost fell out. I almost fell out. I said, what? That's an infliction, family. Did you know that? That's something that I had learned recently. I said, ancestors, yes, that's an infliction. So, and some of you all could attest to that. Who knows? Because I got some family up here that they don't want to admit it, and that's okay, right? Take it to your altar. Take it to your altar. Um, they don't want to admit this, right? But they know. That's why. So if you don't know why your hair falling out, now you know. Now you know. You understand? You want to know why you bald headed? Now you know. You understand? Now you know. That's why. So don't ignore your children, right? It's a reason behind that. It's a reason why these things happen. Yeah. So it's going on, family. So yes, family. So just think about some things. And guess what? Those of you all who's losing your hair and your hair done fell out and you're bald headed, and you know that you're in that same predicament, now you can go ahead and you can make peace with some things and start healing from some things, and take some things to your altar, right? Take some things to your children as well. Oh yeah, ancestors gave me insight on that. Hmm. Yeah. So that is definitely a curse. That's how the ancestors said the creator cursed you with that because of what you have done. So yeah, we're supposed to be talking about some things. And when we don't confess to things, other things happen to us. So it's a lot of things that goes on. Yeah, it goes on. So I want you all to know that, family. So that's a little secret that I'm telling you all. But yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that's very true. So those of you all who had any kind of trauma happen to you all sexually or anything like that, and you told it to your parents, and you see your parents with their hair falling all out and all, that's why. And they never did nothing, or they beat you and said that you was lying or anything like that, or told you shut up and don't talk like that, or don't talk about it. Mhm. That's why. That's why mom don't have hair. That's why mom hair's falling out. Yeah. Ancestors that told me that. I said, what? Almost fell out. Ancestors told me that. Hmm. Yeah. See it for yourself. You ain't gotta believe me. All right, family. I'm out of here. I love you all. I want you all to have a blessed day. OMG, Miss T, family member, is bald, and she ignored a lot. Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you, young girls 3 for confirming that. Oh yeah, I know. Because the ancestors gave me revelation into that. I said, what? Oh yeah. So just know that when your children say something and they tell you that somebody is being inappropriate with them, get them out of your damn house. Goodbye. Nobody comes before your children. Nobody. You understand? Yeah. So just letting you all know. Um, Case Win said, Revelations, honey. Woo, yeah. Make sure y'all write that down. Make sure y'all write that down in your notes so y'all know. But yes, that's a curse. Yeah. That's where that comes from. Yeah. All right. Love you all, family. You all have a good night.